Hey, what's going on, guys? And today we're back with another Deep Wilderness adventure video. The wilderness has been popping lately and there is loot on every world. I just can't lose and there's just so much action to show you guys today. But before we get into the video, I just want to let you guys know we will be doing another Dragon Claw giveaway. So if you want a chance at winning a free pair of Dragon Claws, just leave a like on this video, comment down below with your username, and please subscribe to the channel. We're getting very close to 60,000. I'm going to be putting out a lot of content this month, so make sure to do that so you don't miss anything. And now then, let's just get right into the PKing, and I hope you guys enjoy. I was fighting this Maxer at the northern part of the Revenant Cave, and as you can see by the PvP Runelight tracker on the left side, I've done over 500 damage, which means he's very low on supplies. I can probably get this kill as long as I do enough damage before he makes it to the 30 line to teleport away. A beautiful Opal Bolt spec for the headshot, and we took him out with just 2 brews remaining. He actually ran my supplies much lower as he was tanking than when we were fighting, and let's take a look. We got 45 mil worth of loot in the chest, so we're off to a pretty good start. After banking that kill and returning to revs, I came across another live streamer. His name is rdog7. This guy's a Deep Wilderness Australian PKer. He basically does the same type of content that I do, and in my opinion, he's pretty good. I fought him a bunch of times over the last year, and I've only managed to take him out one time, but that was quite a while ago, so let's see if anything has changed. Now that is what I'm talking about. We got a 42 Godsword whack for the KO, which was actually really unexpected. I didn't think that he would die to a Godsword whack KO, but he did have some food left, so it is a KO. And we ended up getting 75 mil worth of loot from the key. Now, one thing I want to say is shout out to him as well. I watched the clip back from his perspective, and he wasn't toxic or anything, so shout out to him, and it's always fun fighting content creators when there's no beef involved. Someone in my Twitch chat called me out to do a 1v1, and at first I was a little bit hesitant because a lot of the time these are either trolls or people that don't risk anything, but when I saw that this guy here was an arcane risk with a bunch of other gear, I just had to accept. We ended up doing a fight outside the Ferrex Enclave, which is a spot that I don't usually like to PK at because it's very easy to teleport away from if you get comboed or low on food, but the most unexpected thing ever happened throughout this fight, and I'm not going to spoil it, so you're just going to have to watch for yourself. At the time, I had absolutely no idea that this guy here dropped his Z-bow on the ground. It's gray and it blended in with the ground tiles. I didn't even see it happen. I mean, if I did, I would have scooped it up myself, but Hot Dog McGee ended up running in, looting the bow, and teleporting away, and this guy here was just shocked and confused as to how he managed to let that happen. I guess he accidentally shift dropped it. Me and him both couldn't do anything about it, and yeah, it doesn't look like I'm going to be getting this arcane PK anymore. Well, that sucks. What would you do if you accidentally dropped a Zarya bow on the ground and somebody else picked it up? There's nothing I could have done about that, so I just went back up to the Rev Caves and I found this guy named Demon who was in a max set, and hopefully we have more luck with this kill. Alright, that was close as hell. If I didn't get that last hit, he would have been able to teleport at level 30 as he was only one step off, and we got another 41 mil loot. All is saved, money's made. Now that the Wilderness update has been out for around a month where there's a PJ timer on every world, I gotta be honest guys, I don't know why so many people are complaining about this. I'm finding it to be so much more active, and for a solo PKer, this is definitely a dream update. The only people that are complaining are people that are in clans, PKing with teams, friends, and stuff like that. I really understand the frustration, but as a solo PKer myself, I'm just loving it. There's noobs on every location. What a move. We got another Godsword whack KO, and this one here was actually a pretty big kill. Over 100 mil loot, and that there is a crystal set PK. You don't usually see too many of these kills because honestly it's pretty hard to kill people in crystal armor. The DPS is way too much and only confident PKers use this setup. So yeah, happy about that. Every day I decide to go and use my 5 spellbook swaps to see if I can get an Outlast kill in Deep Wilderness. Usually this isn't too good to try in the Rev Caves because it's so easy to log out, but in Deep Wilderness areas where there's nothing to hug your opponent around, you can really prosper and get some massive kills if you utilize this tactic properly. The only downfall is that you have to sacrifice 2 inventory spaces, and a really good PKer will take advantage of that because that's additional 2 brews that they will have on you. So as you can see here, I found this guy in some pretty solid gear, and we're going to do our best to spellbook swap him using the 99 magic skill cape. That's so unlucky. I got the worst mage RNG and I ended up getting the freeze finally 2 steps away from the ladder. I don't know if we can pull this off, but if I see an opportunity, I'm definitely going to still go for it. That was absolutely perfect. We one ticked the TB and now he's TB'd for 5 minutes underneath the KBD layer. The only obstacle here is the ladder. If he works it perfectly, he can still get away. However, none of these NPCs are going to PJ me because of the single plus update, which means all I have to do is a little bit more damage and this kill is 100% secured. Okay, that was actually a pretty funny way to get the kill. He ended up comboing me so hard that the recoil on my Ring of Suffering ended up finishing him off. This guy here definitely could have escaped. He made a lot of mistakes. He could have logged out on the ladder. He could have froze me and hugged me around the gate. Or at the very least, he could have just tried to kill me because I was also pretty low on supplies. In the end, we got a huge kill, nearly 70 mil, and that there is why you use the spellbook swap in Deep Wilderness if you know how to pull it off. This is also a big reason as to why I love Deep Wilderness PKing. You can't do stuff like this in PvP worlds. You have to use your environment to your advantage, manage your supplies, and also have a good understanding of how much supplies your opponent has when it comes to Deep Wilderness PKing. The main problem with using the spellbook swap method is that the skill cape only allows you to use 5 spellbook swaps per day, and it takes a minimum of 2 to try and attempt a kill. That means you only have 2 attempts at doing this fully within 24 hours, and so you have to be very, very cautious about who you're going to use it on. I was doing some deep wild PKing at the altar again, looking for my next fight, and ended up coming across Eliot 14. Now this guy is a friend of mine, but I thought it would be a funny way to kill him if I spellbook swapped and managed to pull it off. Unfortunately, this story does not have a happy ending. Eliop is actually a good friend of mine, and I had no idea that he was doing a rebuild series. His gear was so good and he was so progressed into the series that I ended up feeling super bad about this kill. Normally, a 30 mil kill, 40 mil kill between friends is not a big deal. We fight each other all the time, but given the fact that he was doing a rebuild series, oh man, that just hurts the soul. I've been there so many times. And that is it for the video today, guys. Thank you so much if you did watch all the way through until the end. I've been on vacation for the last nearly 2 weeks, so the uploads have been kind of slow, but we're back home now, we're ready to grind, and I'm going to be uploading constantly throughout this next month. If you guys don't mind, make sure to follow all the links down below in the description. I have a link for my Twitch live stream, Twitter, Instagram, and it would really mean a lot to me if you guys would go and check all of those out. I'll be back in the next one in a couple of days, and I'll see you guys then.